no matter what I do.
Put those I love in danger.
You can call me Joker.
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
Reboots and remakes really have existed as long as cinema has existed. The idea that, you know, if you have a formula and it's successful, why not remake it? It's going to be successful again.
Remake is to make the same film again, identically. So same plot, same characters, without necessarily changing the plot. Whereas a reboot has a lot more flexibility. So you can take a character like Spider-Man and reimagine his immediate family, and reimagine his relationships, reimagine the villain, and come up with a film that's not a remake of a previous version of Spider-Man.
They're trying to tap into two audiences. One, someone who might not have any exposure to the film, younger generations who have yet to see, and then also the older generations who are familiar with the movie and want to see how it'll be redone with all the new and wonderful CGI effects that Hollywood has to offer.
The idea of a reboot is something that comes from comics in the first place. At the point where comic was maybe growing a bit tired, new artists would be brought in who would draw the character in a new way, introduce new characters, but pretty much go back to the beginning and start again.
The entire comic book genre is based on being reinvented and remade time and time again.
Somebody help me, my kid is trapped!
I think in that case, the genre does lend itself to having life breathed into it. I think there's something fun about seeing a different actor play Batman. It's like seeing a different Bond. For whatever reason, like the aughts, the 2000s have become this sort of dark time. And one thing I did appreciate about the Christopher Nolan series was how dark he went.
Hey, thanks.
Don't thank me yet.
You can see kind of a trend towards maybe darker themes.
Welcome to Recall. First time?
Total Recall is an example of a recent film that almost has a Blade Runner kind of feel to it in terms of its film noir kind of like aspects, as opposed to the Arnold Schwarzenegger version was much more lighthearted, kind of tongue-in-cheek.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser.
Look who's talking.
A planet where man is the lowest order of living things, and the superior beings are apes.
In terms of Planet of the Apes reboot, to me, the original series of Apes movies are seminal. The more recent Burton Apes movie was not necessarily very enjoyable, but I found Rise of the Planet of the Apes to be particularly enjoyable. Part of that was CGI, insofar as Andy Serkis's performance as Caesar was really remarkable and nuanced in a way that I thought extraordinary. But also it was clever enough to foreground the struggle of Caesar the ape in terms of his struggle and liberation.
Is this wrong, Will?
It works.
They're not people, you know.